Uh-huh.
It's all you do.
Hey!
I made a heart.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to an all-new SCNS Live Plays D&D. We're gonna play D&D.
The show where we play D&D.
The show where we play.
The D&D show.
One could say that SCNS Plays D&D is the show where SCNS specifically plays D&D.
Uh-huh.
See, I would have never got that from the title. It's so ambiguous.
It is pretty unclear.
Sorry, I had to make a fashion reference. Apologize to everyone.
When are you gonna do that?
Sorry. Extremely rude.
Everybody's attacked me this week. It's hard to deal with this kind of slings and arrows. What the hell's up with my computer?
I don't think I've ever heard you quote Hamlet. Slings and arrows of outrageous fortune.
Is that where that comes from? No, just kidding. Oh.
I didn't think that you could shoot an arrow with a sling.
Slings and arrows.
Mm.
Yeah, it's all of them.
Interesting.
Because
I don't know.
you don't shoot slings with other slings.
You don't.
It should be stones and arrows.
Should be
What?
stones and arrows, or bow and arrow.
Oh,
Axes and
shit.
O's.
Of course, I have to hit their
Slings
camera.
and bows, I guess.
My dude.
Why are you like this?
I just saw pop up with something interesting encounter at a I don't know, something from the one shot from last time, but that's not where we are.
Well, we're here. I didn't put anything on our TikTok. Oh, well, whatever.
I keep forgetting we have a TikTok.
We're here, we're clear, entirely transparent.
Are we?
No.
So, we're gonna go around and say our handles and stuff real quick if we want or don't mind being followed. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at BetterCat. Jason.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at JasonTheX.
Oh, and who are you playing today?
I am playing Alabroth Jarud, a Dragonborn cleric. Who died?
You did not die. You went unconscious. There's a big difference.
It's still scary.
So anyway, I'm Mia. I play Ronnie, and if you follow me, I will call the authorities.
Fantastic. Who are you playing?
I'm playing Ronnie. What am I? I'm an Air Ganassi Ranger.
Cass. You can find me at the Good Cass. And I'm playing Octavia. She's a high elf monk.
Hi, I'm Cora. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at CoraDonoArt. And I'm playing Brana the Asamar Rogue. And that's all I got.
Banana.
Yeah, she got
Brana.
more than that today.
Banana.
Guys, Suikoden was realized today
I found it.
at Retro Expo. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dude, it was as much as we've heard about it, I wanted to share in this victory. So congratulations.
The screenshot
to
made
Cora.
was not human. Jason was looking at something and it was a screech and slamming his arm.
No, I was looking dead at you when you found it. When you turned the page, and I was like I'm doing the Shaq face, because I was like, whoa, is this about to happen?
And then he was like, oh, it's this price. I'm like, let me just get my wallet.
Yeah, I was like, is that the thing? Is this the thing?
Is that it?
He kept telling me to play it cool, and I'm just sitting there like,
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure the guy was like, She seems very happy. That's about a $20 price increase right there. No bartering was made. I'm happy for my friend. Anytime someone finds a grail item, as much as we've heard about Suikoden,
Yeah.
everything.
I will say, if he did jack up that price, he did not jack it up too much for me to be like, no, that's too much, bro, lower it. I'm chill with it. Plus, the game had no scratches on it at all.
Yeah, pristine. So,
Yeah.
congratulations to Cora.
You will not see me again the rest of this week.
I'm gonna show up at random at your house now. Okay.
So, last time, you guys went, basically, you traipsed through a forest, and you killed some stuff that tried to kill you first, in all fairness. And at the end of the session, you guys met somebody named Jonathan, who was kind of checking the outskirts of the forest to help anybody who was there get to the town safely. So, you guys got into town, and we're just going to go ahead and say that you got in, you had dinner, you had a long rest, and you're waking up the next morning.
Long rest it is.
Mm-hmm.
Booyah.
So,
And I think it was you two and us two. No.
Did
Them
anybody sleep
two,
on the roof?
us two.
Okay.
I think I ended up sleeping.
Yeah,
on
you
the
did.
roof.
You did.
Yeah. So, Brana got no rest.
Rude.
No.
I did.
So apparently he sleeps like a log.
So, you wake up the next morning, and... Whoa, shit.
I think just a little bit. I'm gonna wake up bright and early, go downstairs. Just a little too peppy. Get some breakfast.
Jessica is not super peppy. She's got her dog. Seems excited.
I'm trying to play with it.
Anytime you, like, throw something, it seems very happy to, like, be playing with you, but from a distance. Like, make animals nervous.
That.
The nervous energy.
I'm like, yeah,
That tracks.
that tracks.
Yeah. Jessica's like, well, he's kind of shy. Kind of.
I'm happy to be around an animal. So, like, I like them, but I understand that they, like, get nervous around, because I get nervous. I like it. It was just sad.
About like a minute later, she kind of calls the dog back. She wasn't entirely sure what you meant with all the words. So she's just like, Ninja, come here.
Oh, the dog's name is Ninja?
Yes. And she's like,
I'm gonna put some quotation marks
she's
around
like, where are, do you mind if I ask where you guys are headed?
We're going to the mountains. The obsidian mountain? Yes. We're going to the Obsidian Mountains.
On the other side of the border?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Okay.
Is that bad?
No. She's like, you guys are you guys sell swords or
Yes. Yeah.
group? What's your group name?
We're still kind of working on that.
You
Are
guys
you
can
downstairs?
come down.
Yeah,
like,
we're not
when you
downstairs.
want.
Oh, we're
You're
not downstairs yet.
downstairs yet.
There's
I will come downstairs because I will have noticed that my
Yeah.
roommate left.
I will come downstairs.
Hello.
I'll follow after Brahma to keep up appearances.
We have a group.
Oh,
We're working on
oh yeah,
a name.
you're leading me downstairs.
What's going on?
It appears,
Just a group name.
Do we have a name?
Do we have a name?
The Lucky.
I just lean over to Brahma. I'm just
Uh,
like, look, Octavia's trying again.
I
can't look.
did I hear him say
Be
that?
casual about it,
I don't
I
know.
can't look.
so
Did you say it where you could
though. No, I leaned over to Brahma. That's
Okay, you can
Octavia
roll a
trying.
perception. Or, yeah, but it's going to be pretty high.
19.
I would say it would be 20 if he's trying not to be heard.
I get that. Yeah.
Yes, I wouldn't rudely say that out loud. I would.
Working on a group name. So, a while back, someone called us the Unlucky Bastards, which I didn't. Not good. And so,
Really not.
we were thinking the Resilient Lot.
So far, my suggestion is those guys.
Just like, so no group name. Not yet. She's like, okay, well, do you mind before you guys, I don't know if you guys are headed out
Probably soon.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you mind if somebody, like, if meeting somebody from the town, it's kind of hard to explain. He can explain. I just know he's looking for some help and...
I suppose so.
Okay. And then she actually... She has to roll dice too, I guess. So she... Yep. She whistles at Ninja, and he looks at her, and she goes, go get Mac, and he takes off. So apparently he's pretty well trained. And she's like, it's not a big town, it won't be long. And she continues, like, serving you guys breakfast and stuff. Alabroth, the dog seemed very happy to see you again.
Yes, I'm very happy to see the dog too.
Roll me an perception or insight check.
I'm gonna do insight. That's gonna be a 19.
You notice that, like, low-key, whenever you play with the dog, that Jessica kind of smiles at you. Like, she's she's gorgeous. She's probably, like, 6 foot, 6'2", maybe. And she's kind of, like, bulkier.
Oh, yeah.
It just, like, she's got, like, little tiny, like, tusks. But they're kind of cute and feminine. And she's got kind of a pale, like, green skin. And there's something that happens to not all, but a lot of women when you see somebody playing with your pet, you just get this moment of like, oh, that's nice. I like that. And she's got kind of looking at you flirtatiously.
Can I roll to notice that as well?
Sure.
I would also like to attempt
14.
noticing that.
I lean over to my...
I would say that you notice that she seems like more friendly with Alabroth than you, but you don't exactly get it.
What is this, a perception roll?
Perception or insight.
Or insight. My perception's
21.
better than my insight.
You definitely notice, and I think you probably get it.
23.
What's the name of the town again? I'm sorry.
The name of the town is Hero Falls.
Hero Falls, that's it.
That's right.
Which we didn't say on this, it was only the one shot, so I'm glad you asked.
Notes.
Yeah. So about probably, Ninja comes back, and then about 5 minutes later, you guys look up and you see a very stunning all black cat person. A cat person.
What?
It's a tabaxi.
You. That's what.
It's got short, covered in short black. Is it hair or fur in that case?
Fur.
It's fur.
It's probably. They tend to be on the taller side. I don't know. You guys have probably all seen or met maybe one or two. They're not super common, but they're around. And he kind of comes in and he looks at all of you and he's like, hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
You guys are going to the border? Yes?
Yes? I suppose the border and then crossing it.
Sure. Okay, I have me and my family are trying to go to back home to over the border, and I was hoping to hire some help, just in case.
Where are you trying to go?
To the border.
Well, we are going to Blackrest.
Do I know where that is?
That's his hometown.
Okay.
It's where you guys are headed to. But he's like, but I'm not worried about over the border. Just as the grasslands before that. They just.
Oh.
I can pay 10 gold apiece per day.
And all you require from us is safe passage?
He's like, I have a cart and 2 boys and a baby child. So
3 children and yourself?
yeah, we run, but I cannot run with baby very far if anything happens.
Might we have a moment to confer about this?
Of course.
Please just.
And he goes and like sits at the bar, and Jessica gets him like a glass of water.
Now we're heading towards my homeland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. How far are they going into Dragonborn territory?
It is Dragonborn. There are little little patches of other cultures in Blackrest.
Okay. All right. Haven't covered everything about where I live, so okay, just making sure.
Yeah, especially so Blackrest is kind of split up into the people that were working the mine and everyone else. So the people that were working the mine, it was all technically Blackrest, but they're kind of about 10 miles up had kind of a second area where most of the mining people lived. So it's kind of split up into an old town, new town vibes. So you would guess that they were probably from there, because your family didn't do a lot of the mining.
10 gold. All is.
Sounds fine to me.
A family requiring safe passage. I understand that I might be a little bit more on the softer side, but it's children.
I don't see an issue with it.
Can I call them kittens? Is that appropriate?
Probably not.
Not? Okay.
No. But they... No, I'm fully aware. Please don't call them that. They're people. They're a certain type of people, but still people.
Totally, yes.
But are we okay with taking on this, considering our own? We tend to attract danger as well, just to clarify. Something they tried to murder us all before we were just traipsing through the woods.
If hearty adventurers are already, magnets for trouble, don't you think a single father and children are also going to be a worse target?
I would rather be protective of them as well. Just we tend to attract a bit of danger as well. That's all.
You look at your map; it's kind of just a big blank between there and the border, and you're like, well.
If it's that we attract danger so much as danger is attracted to travelers, so it makes sense that he would be worried about attracting trouble when he has his 3 small children with him.
Yeah, I think it's just a dangerous area, yes?
But does anyone have any qualms about escorting these
I don't have any.
It's not too far out of our way.
We weren't going to
I
stay
don't think it
here
is.
very long, were we?
No, I think... sir,
yes.
when are you leaving? We need to leave pretty much right now. Is that okay? Okay.
He's like, we have a cart. It's it's more or less the same speed. You guys know that. Like he's
Right.
like, and if you want, I will walk, and somebody can ride the cart if you have any need of it. He's kind of glancing at Brana here and there because he doesn't know. Like, is it hard to walk in Brana's condition? He hasn't clocked anything. He's like, so, or I can hold the baby and ride the cart. The boys will walk the other.
Okay, thank you.
Either way, we would be welcome with accompanying you, or you're accompanying us.
What are your children's names?
That's his name.
Well, his
Mac.
name was Mac.
Matt.
Yeah, Jessica said it
Oh,
before
Matt.
he got here.
He's like,
Tabaxi.
the boys are Dash and Doll.
Dash doll.
Dash and Doll, and the infant is I have it written down. Benji. And he looks at Octavia and he goes, you can say the boys, we had day name ceremony, but we had not one for the infant. You could say Benji?
Yes?
Okay. We did not have a day name for ceremony. We had to get out of town. All of you know what day naming is. Like you do. It's a very common thing. It's spelled DEH, naming. And it's the practice of ensuring an individual has a name that is pronounceable to those with the biology of dwarves, elves, and humans. So day. This isn't a language thing, it's a pure biology thing. Like Tabaxi's purr. And people don't. So, like Tabaxis, sometimes Dragonborn. Dragonborn have forked tongues, so they can make a S and a TH sound at the same time. People can't do that. Like Aarakocra have ceremonies, they make clicking noises and whistles that people can't. So day naming is about, like, it's a ceremony where maybe a respected or honored family friend or something attends, and like it's kind of stupid sometimes because it's just like there'll be all this pomp and ceremony and then the person will say the name. It's like, oh yay.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not that big a deal. If a person were to, like, a human wanders into a, like, Tabaxi village, somebody might come up to them 25 different times. Somebody might come up and be like, can you say this name? But yeah, so shadow naming is the kind of on the other side. It's called a shadow name if they have like a sacred name or an unpronounceable name in addition to that. So like you could have a day name and a shadow name. And then there is dark naming, which is a very rare practice where names are chosen specifically to be unpronounceable and they're not given any kind of other name. It's called dark naming because it's thematic, but also because it's done out of hate for humans usually, and there was rumors for a long time that all humans were afraid of the dark because they avoided it at all costs. They wouldn't travel in it, or they'd bring light with them when they did, and so yeah, for many years other species just kind of assumed that humans were scared of the dark. You guys all know all of that. Alabroth, you've probably been to a couple of these ceremonies.
Probably.
And Octavia, it was not common at all where you were from. Also, like gnomes and halflings and stuff, they don't have those ceremonies. They're kind of in the other side of the day naming with dwarves, elves, and humans, but just not included. They're not quite as common. So he's just checking with you that you can say it.
I wonder if I have an unpronounceable name in Primordial.
Well, Mac, we are willing to take this on. You should prepare your family if at all possible.
He's like, I know you said you will leave shortly. We can be ready in 1 hour? And he goes, I can meet you, I'll just be here. So,
Sounds good.
yeah, so you guys have an hour. I don't know if you do anything.
What about the Hardy bunch?
I'm sorry. What are we
Hottie
talking
or
about
hottie?
here?
Hardy.
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 I think that's.
Hardy Bunch.
I think I saw something like that was already taken or something.
I think that was something to do with boys.
Yes, I think it was an act of some sort, right?
That's-
Leaping around. You've heard of this?
I do believe so.
I've also got the Buoyance Lot.
Buoyant.
As if in we float.
Well, some of us do.
The Tough.
Yes, exactly. One of us
The
floats.
Tough Batch.
The tough.
The Strong
wanna-
Group.
I'll tell you.
I would like to hear
I would like to
the.
just ask, how long have you been coming up with these out of curiosity?
I want to hear the logic behind the buoyant lot.
I
So,
do not.
in a, let's call it a database that I looked up. I looked up resilient and just listed synonyms. And then I looked up group and listed synonyms.
I think
Riveting.
it's funny that you said database when they definitely would have thesauruses, but not databases. Like,
Okay, when you say database, do you mean like a like an archive or something?
Yes.
And you carry this with you? Okay.
I have a little infernal to common little thesaurus in my
Mm.
I thought archives were supposed to be big.
It's just, it's not all the words.
Oh, okay.
The writing's very small.
it's more like a travel book, like a common phrases you can ask to go to the bathroom or to.
This one here, this it means, do you have any ale?
Are you certain of that?
Yes, I took it as an elective.
It sounds like you
There's-
had
there's
something
this-
stuck in your throat.
There's also such thing as academic knowledge and actual application of said knowledge.
We had a pronunciation guide.
Did you have any native speakers of whatever that was?
No.
Okay.
It's very like academic infernal.
Oh, it is extremely formal phrasing.
We have
only way
a
that
lot
they
of work
taught
to do
it.
on this naming. Just,
What was
You alright?
what was that?
I don't think anything's
What
correct
was
after
that?
hearing that.
What?
What did you say?
I said, do you have any ale?
I meant, what were you using to say it?
My mouth?
It wasn't primordial.
No.
What was it?
That was infernal.
Oh, okay.
Just
What about the-
kind of like, sort of.
What about the confused quartet? Because that's definitely us.
Wait, Jessica said something? I kind of take notice if Jessica said something.
She just like kind of puts her head down because she's
I'm
moving
gonna
your dishes.
elbow him like hard inside. Don't be too much.
Much of what?
Much of you.
Okay, fair enough.
Stay calm.
I think I have.
I know you're unfamiliar with calm, but stay calm.
She keeps looking over here, and it's quite enchanting. I'm just saying.
I understand.
I feel like the flutter. I feel like Octavia trying to interact with anyone.
I don't think
My
it's
new
exactly the
favorite way
same.
to describe it.
I don't think that's the
Well,
same.
You're right,
hold on.
Octavia.
Octavia, did you hear what I said just after go? Okay. Anyway, I meant it in the best intentions, but yes, it's exactly how I feel. Anyway.
No one would say anything if you just, your drink just.
Should I at least tell her we'll be back through? And we most certainly will if we want to come back.
When we're leaving.
I'd like to stay at this inn again. This is
When we're leaving. When we're leaving.
Whisper, you gotta lean into your mic.
Yeah, you gotta lean it. Oh, he was leaning.
Yeah, I'm leaning into her.
mic,
So.
which means we could hear a fly fart in the other room. It's the only way we can hear her.
Well, I have no problems being heard. Anyway, so.
That's just a me problem.
Do you want to see if this town has anything else to offer? Perhaps anything that would aid in our journey?
Sure.
Yeah, your camera's jumping. I have to fix it at the break. Anyway,
Jumping.
it like gives a little glitch every now and then.
I saw that just now. At first, I thought I was just being twitchy, and then
No,
I
no,
saw
no.
what you were talking about. Like, it is glitching a bit.
I'll fix that at the break. So
yeah.
It's still recording, okay.
Yes.
Okay, hey DM, anything in this town that we need to check out or anything?
There is nothing in this
There's
town.
no webmates, no potion shops
You
or anything
walk
like that.
out, and you're like,
It's called Hero Falls. Clearly there's some dead people's gear.
it's like, there's the town square, as you
I
recall.
stand by the fact that Hero Falls probably just means that there was a hero who came through and tripped.
Perhaps his stuff is available, I'm just saying. Maybe a resale shop of some sort.
There's very little.
Second-hand heroic gear. We'll just rub the blood off of this one. Only used once.
So,
It's rusted in spots because they didn't clean the
Yeah.
blood off.
a few minutes later,
Oh, there's the ice cream truck.
I know, right? I almost jumped, like, out of reflex. I was almost like, oh,
Ice cream!
Mama, give me some money!
All right, it's break time. We gotta go
That
chase down
is
the ice
a
cream truck.
loud ice cream truck.
He's got
Nah, the window's open.
It's okay.
That's the whole
That does make
purpose.
sense.
It's to get you to the ice cream truck. He needs to let you know he's here. Anyway. So we're leaving, by the way.
so Mac shows back up. He's got like kind of a covered wagon-ish, except it's like a square frame. And you guys go ahead and roll a perception check. Why?
Natural 20.
18. Nat 20?
Natural 20.
16.
27.
Natural 20, 26.
This is the
Damn.
most boring thing ever.
I know!
You guys notice that the canvas that covers the wagon has like a lot of like kind of hitches in it. Like it's got a lot of snags and all the canvas and stuff. And with that like roll, you notice that there's like a lot of fabric in general around the cart, and all of it has that. And
Oh.
Mac, he comes up to you, and he has like in tow, probably two like you would guess 13 or 14-year-old boys. One of them has very, very short hair, and the other one is kind of a longer fur. And he goes, "This is Dash and Dow," and he's holding a baby. Is like a probably maybe 2 years old, and it's a cute little like silver bangle kind of.
I would like to kind of inspect the cart inside and out, just kind of peek inside and
He's like, "We have
look how sturdy this thing is.
the cart itself is really sturdy.
Not like a hoopty of carts.
Uh,
I mean, look at the upholstery.
Yeah, exactly why I'm checking it out. Like, is this thing I gotta break down when we get out here or whatever?
It appears to be very like sturdily made." He says, "We are excited to go back to. We are jewelers. We have been working in upholstery."
You're
Like,
jewelers that have been working
he
in upholstery.
hates it. With the roles that you guys have, he hates it. The boys both have this very like look to them that's just like, we don't like it, we don't want to do it, like, and he's
Upholstery
like,
is for shredding.
yeah, he's like, we are leaving the loom here.
Is he clearly nervous to us or anything? Is he just kind of twitchy?
He is a little twitchy. You guys probably pick up that it's a lot of pent up energy from probably having to watch a kid and not being able to run around as much. He's clearly not that used to it. Like, you would guess that his boys ran it like ragged and they had a lot of fun, and now he has to sit still more often.
Well, we can get going. If you'd like, I could hold the baby for a little bit, and you want to play with your boys?
Roll a persuasion, I guess. It's just.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Oh.
That's pretty good. Hold on. That's gonna be a -1 for a 14.
14 is high enough. Like, he's already kind of chosen to trust you.
Yeah.
And so he said, that sounds nice. And he hands it to you. He hands the baby to you. And you notice that, like, you have to, like, walk slower for the rest of the party, because they don't walk as fast as you. He has something very similar. You would guess that he's maybe even a little bit faster if he chooses to be than you are, but like usually that's not the case with anyone. So
Yeah.
it's kind of
I
weird.
think I kind of recognize that. Like, I definitely have that pin of energy a lot of the time.
So he kind of gladly hands over, and like he and the boys start goofing around. When Tabaxi's like full out run, they drop to all fours. They're just like fast as fuck. But so yeah, they run around, they're goofing off and stuff while they're still close enough to the village that they don't feel like there's a lot of danger.
Cool.
Okay, well, then
Let's go.
I do
Road
like kind of
again.
briefly regard the child. Oh,
Cute.
Octavia.
I don't know what you would roll for, like.
What?
Baby handling?
Octavia?
Make a baby handle
Have
check.
you ever held a baby before?
It's a child, not a. I have no idea what you are attempting to. It's not very maternally. I'm just
Have you ever held a baby before?
not very maternal. That's
Of course.
The way you said that.
Roll an
Please
insight
explain.
check, and I don't know what if you're being deceptive or not, but
May I? Octavia?
18.
I don't.
She's not lying.
May
She
I?
has held a baby
One time.
before.
One time.
Would you mind, Octavia?
Exactly once.
Would you mind?
You might want to check with Mac first.
Oh, Mac, would you mind?
They're running around.
Yeah, he's not
Okay.
here.
Okay, please come.
I'm just do that thing where you just run into somebody and hand the baby over.
I like take part of like the sash part and kind of bundle it a little bit and just kind of like the baby's now like in my arm but behind my shield and just kind of like,
Aww.
do you see? They're not that delicate.
He's kind of looking up, like.
They like to be held just very gently, soft. You see.
Okay.
Also, I'm like I'm huge, so it's like just kind of like
Oh my
in my arm.
So, I just got the image of like Chris Hemsworth when he was holding his child, how it looked like a hot dog
Yeah.
in his arm. Like that's what I'm imagining, but with a.
You see, I kind of like put my hammer just kind of like on my back or whatever.
Oh.
Yes. They're not.
Yeah,
They're
you
not
don't
that
have
delicate.
to. You don't have to hold your own body of ramrod
Just be
straight.
sure, and then the child would probably find it more comfortable with, you.
Like
The nice
so not
soft
in the
robes.
middle. It's like
No,
on
no.
the side.
Yes, hold them close.
She was
Nurture
just
them.
holding, like on her forearms.
Mind you, I like got my sash built up so it's not like armor.
Yeah.
Kids just like this. Okay.
I mean, it's
Are
a
we-
nice, like, sunny day, and in the way that cats do, like, you run pretty warm, and so he gets sleepy very fast in the sunlight. And
Would you like to try?
Yes, I'm gonna take off. I have a sash around
good, good.
my waist.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Nice
help.
soft-
I'm gonna help you
Make a
tie
little,
your
like,
sash
papoose. Yeah.
so that you can have a
Good. Yes. And
a
I
baby carrier.
Delicately hand the child back. There you go.
by the time, like, you hand it back, like, he's getting sleepy, and so within a few minutes he falls asleep. And he's just kind of, I'm not gonna make you make a check. He starts, like, purring, like, it's warm and soft.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Are you thinking I'm right? Okay. Is she just overcome with how cute it is?
The silver Bengal kittens are the cutest little kittens.
The danger of
And since, like, there's no check for this or anything that I could even make
Baby
you
check.
make, their names are Dash and Doll because it's domestic short hair and domestic long hair cats.
Love it.
And Mac is a Maine Coon mix. And then Benji is Bengal.
Cute.
Yeah, I can't come up with names half the time, so I'm like, I'm gonna name these according to the breeds of cat.
I assumed that the one that's named Doll was named after beans. So
Named after beans.
yeah, the Doll, the Indian word for beans.
Like toe beans.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I know that's.
I'm thinking of like a pound of beans dried in a sack, but
Oh,
yeah.
That was your first assumption.
It's
Before we
just
go,
what the
I'm-
word is.
excuse me. I'm just gonna kind of run back into. Do we out? We're outside the inn, so I'm gonna run
Yeah,
back
you
in.
guys have already taken up, but you can kind of retcon that because he was gonna.
Yes.
So before you leave, you run back in and what?
Just Miss Jessica.
Yeah.
Are we all settled up with our bill and
Are
everything?
you guys? You guys
Yeah. Wait.
paid last night, I think.
Just
She's like, yeah, you guys are good.
should we pass through again, and I certainly hope and I believe that we will, we would like to take part in your visit your inn again. Perhaps we could have dinner, but not the rest of the lot. Just perhaps you and I.
She sits there for a second, and then she just flashes you a very beautiful, like, smile, and you see, like, all the teeth. There's a lot of teeth. And she goes, I would really like that. That sounds nice.
I don't believe we would be too long with traveling back here.
Okay.
Thank you, Jessica. I would very much like to see you again.
And she has, like, this kind of awkward thing that kind of matches yours a little bit. And she's like, okay, that sounds nice. And then just kind of, like, awkwardly kind of, like, turns and, like, goes back into the kitchen.
And I kind of just, well, we probably already got our gear and everything, so I just go back outside. And yes, I'm clearly, like, grinning ear to ear for Dragonborn, just,
Horn to horn.
and kind of not looking at everyone, just kind of,
Did you talk to Jessica?
what?
Did you talk to Jessica?
I was making sure that our accommodations had been settled and proper tipping had been.
So you talked to Jessica.
And we are welcome to come back through sometime. If
All
you,
of us? Or
just you.
Just you.
I mean, she agreed to have dinner with me. So
That's
I'd
wonderful.
like
Good for
to
you.
live so that I could have that dinner sometime. Shall we set out?
I don't think the plan was at any point to die.
You hadn't
Specifically
planned
you.
on it.
I don't think anyone plans to die.
It occurs to you that if you come back through, you might have, like, a king in tow, which would be weird. This literal 2-room inn. But, like, whatever.
It'll be fine. Everything was fine.
He'll get over it. Boys,
I
you
guess we're gonna be working with the king that night.
All right, so we ready to?
Guess he gets the bed.
Let's hit the trail, as they say. Get this show on the road.
Yeah, so we're gonna skip kind of back forward because most of that baby and that stuff happened
After.
Yeah. But yeah, so you guys are setting out, and we're gonna go ahead and take kind of an early break right now.
Would you mind putting the slate up?
Yeah.
Because I am going to
Sliggity sleep.
do things and make sure that her camera's working right. Because it's pissing me off.
Muted.
Oh, hey! Oh,
We're
welcome back.
live.
Hi.
I don't know what
Just
I'm so
Jason
worried about. I'm
casually
always like,
threatening everyone.
Casual
We're
threats.
we're live guys.
Okay.
We are live guys.
Live.
it's like,
Great
Have we
Jason
truly-
burgers.
Yeah, live guys.
We are live guys, but have we truly lived guys?
Yes.
no.
We're all together like a hive.
I mean,
guys.
yes, we have, but no to that.
Are we the Hive guys? Can that be our group name?
I don't know. I almost suffocated myself climbing to the top of Morro Rock whenever I lived below sea level. So, actually, I don't live below sea level, but like close enough. Have you been to Morro
Anyways.
Rock?
I have no idea what you're
Ha!
It's really high up.
Sure. Don't climb Everest.
True.
You will die.
No,
I
I
would-
mean, like, people shouldn't be climbing it anymore. Like,
Yeah.
It's super dangerous and we're ruining it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pro no climbing Everest, if only for the fact that I know that I will be just like stopping every foot and a half to gasp for air.
Yeah.
And then freeze to death.
Your
Yes.
brain starts melting.
Yeah. And
All
then
right.
the Sherpas, lowercase s, they have to take on all the danger. Sherpas help you climb. Lowercase s is not a.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a guide.
Well,
Anyway, John Oliver, everyone.
we kind of just kind of look around. Well, are we all ready?
Well, we're going.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
you
then
guys
let's-
are
I'm gonna sit in the cart and I guess drive.
I'll.
making animal handling check.
Oh boy.
Oh,
What is your
right.
This is
animal?
a-
Have animal
Animal
handling?
handling is a wisdom base, so it's actually pretty good.
Okay, then.
Natural 20 for a 24.
Why?
Nice.
Why right now?
She is
Right now.
driving this
I
train.
am driving this.
You feel so like competent, like weirdly competent. You're like, I'm driving a carriage and holding a child, and I could totally have a whole different life if
But the
I
speed-
wanted one.
The walking speed is still the same,
I
right?
could have been a mother.
The cart basically does not slow you down or speed you up.
Okay, well, I'm going to walk alongside the cart just because we've been walking all this time
Physically.
anyway. I can finally do my like long strides because I'm so tall.
Doing
Instead
the,
of kind of doing that short step like I do in real life.
behind the
With
cart,
Anna.
doing the stick thing.
Are you still doing
You
that?
didn't want to sit in the cart?
Yeah. Keep up appearances.
You notice that Mac looks at you a couple times, but he doesn't say anything. Like,
I don't know if there's room in the cart.
Okay. then.
I can't see the cart.
Okay.
he
then.
has his suspicions.
Yeah.
He rolled a 17 on the dice.
Yeah.
Wait. Do I need to make a performance? Ooh. He rolled a 17. Well, I rolled an 18.
What
Wait,
is
that
your
18?
plus? What is his plus? What is his plus?
What is my
You need
plus?
dagger. Do I need to
What
get a
should be like
tablet
a
for you?
-2?
Performance.
I know it's not.
He has a
21.
Plus 6 for.
Uh-uh.
So what did he roll?
He rolled a 23.
I rolled a 26.
Okay then. Then we walking.
Yeah, so like he's running around with the boy. They're goofing off, like kind of chasing each other, and there's a little bit of like. Normally it's just like a person, but like there's some cat-ish behavior that comes out. There's some like play, fighting, and stalking kind of. And after about like not that long, maybe 20 minutes of this, like the boys are still kind of up ahead, and you guys are on like grasslands, straight up grasslands now.
Keep an eye out
For anything.
for, anything.
How fast
Snakes.
are you guys going?
I don't have to worry about snakes. I'm in a cart. I like to move fast-paced.
Oh,
Okay. Make a perception check, and it's -5 for fast.
maybe I should have ridden in the cart. She was trying to haul ass.
Maybe someone should tell
What?
me there's movements.
It's a 1.
No. -5?
-5 from whatever your normal score would be.
Yeah, that's 5 total.
You are driving this cart and holding this baby. You're daydreaming about, like, not necessarily with, like, a longing, just like, this would be way different.
It's very different. Got a baby.
And so Mac comes back and he's kind of like panting a little bit, and he's like, I will not be able to keep up with my wife at this pace when we see her.
That's where we're going? To your wife?
That's where we are going, yes. In Blackgrass. She's better fighter, so she went back to help.
Just to help out Octavia, I'm going to come up and touch her on the shoulder. Cantrip guidance.
Add a D4!
And just kind of look up at her. And
Okay,
just
that is a 4, so it's a 9 now.
So I just kind of look up at her and just like, and continue my stroll.
That cloud looks like a cat, and you have a cat in your arms. It's crazy. There's a cat there, and a cat here.
And now continuing on.
Mac kind of like smiles, and he goes, the baby is a spitting image of my wife. She is beautiful.
That's nice.
And he looks like, knowing that like he's married and all that, like, kind of relaxes you probably a little in that way.
Yeah.
That like, because he's looking at you with like affection, that like, oh look, it's a woman is holding the baby.
Yeah.
But it's not any kind of like anything. It's just, and you kind of clock what you hadn't before, which is him really looking forward to being back with his wife again, and for his baby to have his mother.
Oh.
So he's like, I am better jeweler, maybe she's good, but she fights very hard. And he shows you like, he's got like a little scar right here, and he's like, we got carried away one time when we, never mind, anyway.
Aw.
Like, he's like, yeah, you know, you, and he kind of looks and all of a sudden like panics, because he doesn't know that you would have any recognition of it. So he kind of looks at Alabroth, and he's like, you play fight, and
Yes!
gets out of hand sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it does.
And
Clearly.
just kind of looks sheepish, and
I
I see no issue with any of this.
yes. Yes, you do.
sure. And he looks at Brun, and he goes, did you what? And he hasn't learned all your names yet. He's like, do you want to walk with stick? Do you want to ride in carts? Or you don't know, whatever.
Stop.
I kind of lean over to. He's very capable, and
I just didn't know if it would be easier for him.
he's-
I'm used to walking, so it's not that big a deal.
Okay.
so long as we're making quite a bit of noise, he's well aware of where everything is.
And he's like,
Take out a pot.
make noise. I have to make noise.
Don't worry, I make
They
quite
have,
enough for him. The armor and whatnot.
They have expertise on stealth as a tabaxi, so he does it without thinking about it. And he's like, and he like kind of starts giving Brada just a little bit wider berth, because he doesn't want to like cause them issues.
Yeah.
Ah yes, stealth.
You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Not a thing.
He looks you up and down like you have the shield and you have the chainmail that kind of, and you walk kind of bouncy. It's just like, it's like,
I get like a -1 for stealth.
yeah. He's like, you are.
Oh no, I have disadvantage on any stealth roll.
That's worse.
That's yeah.
My stealth is a
heavy
1.
with disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
And
This
he's
kid
like-
hates me and stuff.
He's like, yes. I mean, we could have. I mean, you are not here to be stealthy. Like, stealthy was our other plan. Like, but I'm not worried.
So, just looking out about the road, because I'm walking around. I'm walking so I can keep an eye on things. Anything out of ordinary?
Rolled forever.
Any street performers? Huh?
I will also be looking out for things.
Are you looking for actual street performers or street performers?
I'm going from now on street performers. Just
There's-
because of my era.
There's not even a road. Like,
Okay then.
but you can see forever. That's what, it doesn't really matter that you guys are going fast and
Okay,
there's
cool,
whatever.
cool.
But pretty soon,
Yeah, the sort of things I'm looking for are just like spots to make sure that I don't step in them and twist my ankle.
uh-huh.
And snakes.
Aren't you light on
No.
your feet?
And speaking of Dash, comes back. He's killed a snake. Having rolled pretty good on his check.
Very good work! Did you kill that with your own 2 hands?
He's like, he kind of drops it and then like picks it up in his paws, but he was carrying it in his mouth, and he's just like, sort of. He's like,
Look at that, he's caught his own lunch.
I'm
The child
never
is
getting out
growing.
of this cot.
he's like, he looks at it, and it's a pretty big snake, but he's like, it's just a corn snake. Like, no, okay, they don't. Never mind. He just like kind of drops.
She's
it.
very nervous about snakes.
He's like, she's in a cart.
And I'm staying in it.
I pat him on the head. Good kid. Good kid.
He looks kind of like proud of himself, and he's like, I'm going to take a nap, and he's like, I'm too old for naps, but anyway, and he climbs up into the upholstery, kind of spins around a couple times, and lays down and passes out.
I look at Matt. You should be very proud.
He's like, they are pretty good fighters as well. They were, I was not that worried, except for the baby. Like not great, but proficient. They can hunt.
Does he just leave the snake?
He dropped it like right by where he was.
Oh, I just kind of pick it up and put it in the pouch.
Oh no, he put it in the cart.
Oh, never mind. Okay, it's his. All right. Thought he was bringing it to me.
He's a good like 4 feet from where you are, and it's clearly all the way dead.
Don't worry, Octavia. I'm pretty sure it was slowly breathing.
It was
And I walk. Are you walking or just? Oh, you're walking too.
I'm walking.
I just gotta run over to Ronnie. Get with the snakes.
Like, you had seen it, but being not brand new around horses, he had given you a wide berth naturally because he didn't want it to be in the horse's eye line. Horses are also scared of snakes.
Y'all have that in common.
So, you guys...
Just one more thing Octavia has in common with horses.
They both
Skittish.
Alright, go.
You guys are skittish. All of you. Yeah, so you keep going. You guys probably take a break for lunch at some point, and they, well, probably if you guys build a fire, then do you guys build a fire at lunchtime? You're
Not
gonna
for
wait.
lunch, I don't think.
Okay. Well, you have some rations. He has some dried fruit that he passes out if anybody wants some. But most of it's meat.
Well, that instantly makes me, as the next time I walk around, I'm just keeping an eye out for any game or anything.
He's like, out in the grassland, there's not a lot to
Yeah.
hunt. Go ahead and make a perception.
Can you
Check.
eat the steak?
Yeah.
Yes, you want to cook it first?
Perception, you say?
Yeah.
19.
Mine is 5.
-5?
Yeah, because you guys are going quick pace.
14 then.
With a 14, like, you probably...
We can go slower if you want.
Nah, we're making tracks.
Yeah, you guys are making decent progress with that roll. You only find one, but you find a similar sized snake at some point in the afternoon.
Just look at it in his stomach. Just.
When it gets closer to the actual time that we're gonna stop, I'm gonna see if I can trap a hare.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do that.
So, not really anything happens the rest of the day. So, you guys can settle in. You can trap. We're going to kind of skip over. You can trap some small game. You get a couple of rabbits and some snakes, and you make a nice stew.
Rotisserie stew.
Some coney stew.
He looks at all of you, and he's like, I don't know if... Do you keep watches?
Yes.
He's like, we can... He's like, I don't really want the boys. They should sleep, but I can help. I can see in the dark. And
That would be wonderful.
he's like, I don't know in what order, but I'll
I
whenever.
go first.
Okay, I'll stay up with you.
Okay. I'm gonna nap. Might I get one of the tabaxi or is
I can still take a watch.
Do they watch?
Of course, really go Tyranna.
yes.
Sure.
He's very
No,
capable.
I can be up for 2. Right? Yeah.
Uh-oh.
No, I thought I rolled a 1.
It's like in the veil is
Yeah.
Like 1.5.
Where-
Like you can. It's just like, why?
I
You know what I mean? Like, you can.
I rolled a 13 to deceive him. I don't know if he was trying to see through me or not, but
He probably he's.
It was
he's
a pretty
trying
big
to get to know
fumble.
you all. Ugh, he rolled a. What is your
I rolled.
total?
My total was 13.
Oh, he rolled a 14. So he's like, sure. You don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But he's starting to like, but he doesn't ask a ton of questions. You guys didn't sign up to be questioned and
Yeah.
whatever. So,
Okay.
he's like, so, who, you guys are first, right?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
I just drop kick you.
23.
I'm extremely invested in the baby, apparently. I rolled a 1.
Oh, baby.
It's a baby.
Like, you just feel like it's kind of like
I must
your
protect this.
responsibility for now,
Yeah.
only because you held it all day. And so you're like, so you kind of like keep checking on it. And also like, I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but sometimes it can seem to people who don't have kids like parents are being almost neglectful when
Yeah.
they're clearly not,
Yeah.
because the baby's so weird in your life. You have some of that going on because he's not worried about the baby.
Yeah.
Like, he puts him down, and he's starting to talk a little bit. It's just two years old. Yeah, some talking, but not a lot. So yeah,
I do not like when that thing does that.
you.
PlayStation just turned on?
Xbox just turned on. I don't like that shit.
Because ours are right next to each other and get the noises
I
confused.
don't like when that thing just automatically turns on.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Why
Anyway.
did it auto turn on?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Looking at the baby.
You're like, is it okay? Is it?
I think it's to the extent that I'm actually disturbing the baby's sleep a little bit because I keep just checking on it, like moving it, and like the blanket just a little bit up and making sure it's warm.
Luckily, the baby had a big day, so like
Baby is just out cold.
That Tom and Jerry meme was just
after the baby got some food and was quite active around dusk because, like cats, they are crepuscular. Very active at dawn and dusk.
Much like myself.
Exactly. Like, but then once you finally get them settled, they're just out. But yeah, so the night goes by. I'm just gonna say without incident. You guys can talk if you want to.
Cool. Who's taking?
What about the Unbreakable Lot? Do you like Unbreakable? I like Unbreakable.
I feel like it's maybe a little too many syllables.
Breakable is
It's like
fewer.
4 syllables.
What? Gritty?
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 That sounds uncomfortable, doesn't it?
Yeah, I've pitched like 30 at this point, though.
I'm so glad I'm
Doesn't
asleep.
doesn't seem like people like it. I want to get this done so we can be
A named group?
so it feels like we are something.
I
Does
mean,
that make sense?
I do feel like we are something, though. That might just be because I keep calling us those guys, though. So, there is that.
So we are a group.
Yeah, maybe if we change up the formula, instead of being the description group, we can be like, just like the one word.
Okay, and
It's
I
a
can
lot.
start writing down stuff in my notebook.
It's a lot of silence for you to not notice anything. Still, you're just like,
Too focused on your thesaurus.
I think yeah. She starts going through her thesaurus.
I got it done.
you notice there's a lot of words for like fire. Like a lot of words
Like how
for
they
fire.
would have like 47 words for snow. Yeah.
Yeah. Like infernal. Yeah. You're like, I heard that about abyssal as well. Like,
Interesting.
so I don't know who else paired off.
I mean, I offered, but no one said anything.
Yeah, I would assume. Do you think Brana takes one with?
I'll take the watch with Brana just because of the whole. Let's keep our appearances and everything.
I mean, it makes sense
Who
because
probably
if,
sees better than me at night.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
have dark vision.
definitely, but also like, if Alabroth was not awake, then for sure he would clock that Brana can see because Alabroth would be loudly snoring. But he's not.
I volunteer to take the watch.
Just really like
Max
that.
can take the last one. So.
Yeah. So you guys take one. I'm not gonna make you guys roll. Like it's nothing happens.
Okay.
There's a
I
big
just kinda-
expanse.
I just kind of lean over like, I think he's becoming. I think he's on to you.
That's alright. Everyone catches on eventually.
It's just like a time.
You're
bomb,
not good
eventually.
at this. I'm just going to tell you.
If I'm around someone for long periods of time, at that point it's just a game to see how long it takes.
Mm.
It's totally fair.
Also, while we're on watch, I'm going to comb out my mustache.
You still have that on?
I forgot you.
Like I'm just combing it out. I'm trying to make it better.
What are you? What in the flying hell are you doing?
It's my disguise.
You don't need to be disguised anymore.
In case I need it again.
Can you even see what you're doing?
Yeah,
I
those
can
are
feel
out.
the power of the stash.
Um,
Great. I've seen a great many people wear grow these fine.
It's like
Yes. Very
silent
nice.
something we don't know how to do.
And then I put it back in the bag. I kind of just tried on, just like,
Okay. Good, because I'm like, I don't know if Jessica would have said the same thing if you had
Yeah.
a ridiculous
I
mustache
kind
on.
of look at it like, and just kind of look at Octavia's head like,
Leave her head alone.
what? I was thinking of making it thicker. Just
No.
say, oh, like she would miss.
I will
Just
say,
plenty of hair.
You have to ask before you do something like that.
I've
So
seen
remember
it.
how she sleeps.
Yeah, I've seen it. Personally, I think that she would look good with shorter hair.
You know what? Why don't you bring that up to her after you cut her hair? Let's see what happens.
I kind of pull out a dagger. Like, yeah. Just
Don't go cutting people's
Like-
hair without their permission.
Elves
warm,
don't
you know.
sleep per se; they trance. And while I make it sleep-ish, you're pretty sure if you cut off her hair, she would wake up.
yeah.
Like,
I
trance
thought
is
about
not
it,
a
and I'm
sleep.
just gonna be like,
And you don't know if it's a Samson kind of thing. You cut off my hair, I'm just garbage now.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. I mean, Ember has long hair as well. Like, who
Just
knows?
saying, kind of look at my mustache like it could be better. And it's already that color, so.
You can ask her in the morning.
And wait, I kind of look, and I kind of look at your hair like.
If you touch my hair, I will stab you.
That's
you
fair.
already have like
That's fair.
blonde and reddish in there, but you don't have any white.
It could give you
I
quite a
start reaching for my
distinguished look.
knife.
I'm admiring your coif. Is all.
Both of you have white, like wavy or curly
I kind of just look at
hair,
the. Also, I kind of put it up there like this. Like, yes, that would do nice.
Can Brana grow up facial hair?
I would assume he probably can because he is technically human. Like, just has an
I would
angle.
assume too. Like, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess he probably can. Does he have to shave? Does he?
I
I honestly didn't think about that.
I didn't either until just now.
got daggers, you can just like
Yeah, maybe he just like uses his daggers every
razor
now-
sharp that son
Little
bitch and just
white
like.
scruff on both of you.
Aw.
Like, what?
But I assure you, my friend, I'm not going to go after your luscious white hair. And I'm going to drop the subject, but every now and then I'll kind of just.
I'm just gonna every now and then, whenever I see him looking, just like move like I'm stretching and just touch the hilt of my knife. Just a little reminder.
You have a whetstone on you. You
Oh
can sit
yeah,
there and
you're right.
sharpen it if
I'm
you
gonna sit
want.
there and start.
I have white hair.
Oh, wait. Ronnie has white hair too.
Mm-hmm.
So also.
While
I'm asleep, but my hair is also curly.
Ooh, different texture.
While you are doing all of this, I am using my whetstone to sharpen my knife.
There's something
Casually.
incredibly soothing about that sound.
Yeah, it is.
It kind of lulls.
It's meditative almost.
Several milestones I have.
It's a nice, even rhythm, and yeah.
I just put the mustache back in the pouch and I said, so.
You find yourself wondering if, like, Ronnie's hair would move around if it wasn't on Ronnie's head. Probably not, right? Like, probably not.
A mustache in my
But you can't help but
I'm
kind
going
of
to
sit
stop
there
you
and
right
wonder.
there.
What? Think of it. It'd be glorious.
Stop trying to take other people's hair for your
I'm
mustache.
just saying, I need a disguise.
For what?
So people don't recognize me. You pop the mustache on, they're like, what if we go to town? We're looking for a 6'8" giant-born cleric. And then I go, what?
That doesn't make you not a dragonborn.
But I'm not the one they're looking for. That one does not have a mustache.
You know what? Whatever. And I just go back to my
It occurs to you that you're going to your hometown, like, you don't know how well the mustache is gonna, like, trick people.
Exactly. What was that?
My lipstick.
Oh, okay. Was that a toy? No, I'm just kidding. All right. So I'm Alabros is going to be added to his business for people. Okay.
About that
End up
time.
like that hairball that we saw at the con that
Oh
one
God! Yeah.
Oh. Did not care for
Was
that.
it Ripley's?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I donated to it.
I have donated to
I
that
have as
too.
well. I think all of us have our DNA in that ball.
Gross.
Real gross.
It's gross, but at the same time, you're like, I want to add some of mine.
Yeah.
Like, I
Wait,
don't know
did
why.
I actually contribute to it?
I don't.
Yes, you did, because they cut off like some of your ends.
Yeah, because I had like recently had a haircut, so I'm like, you're not cutting my hair.
So they cut some from the back, I think, where it wouldn't be as noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't donate any when we were at the expo, but when we were at Fan Expo, that's when I donated some of mine.
I think I donated a little of mine too, but I don't think it was like crazy colored at the time.
Yeah. I know they got real happy about this one girl. She had like a faded rainbow hair, and they're like, yes, add color. Because it was just brown and blonde.
About that
Anyways.
time, Mac yawns real big and kind of like stretches and gets up, and he takes the third watch.
All right.
And yeah, you guys get up. He has made leftover stew. He kind of doesn't care for that at all.
The rising
The
from the
vampire, yeah.
And then he kind of like goes over and he nudges the kids. The Benji slept through the night. Great. And they get up and they do a little. He does wake them up probably before most of you wake up, so they do a little hunting before you get up right at dawn. And yeah, you guys take off. D2. I'm gonna say it's about 3 days to the border from where you were at the pace you're going, which is 30 miles a day-ish. So I don't know if you guys have anything you want to do in between here and the border.
I just have one conversation. Okay, so at some point she kind of gathers everybody and is like, excuse us just for a few moments. Okay.
I mean, you probably don't even have to do that because he'll run around
That's
a
true,
little
that's true,
bit
that's true.
every day.
So
So
still holding the baby.
yeah.
All right. Strong guys.
I like that. Seconded.
I didn't see a problem with it. It's true.
Strong guys.
Strong guys.
You're a strong guy.
Why would you agree to this? I'm just curious.
I like it. It's funny.
Strong guys.
Why is it
Strong
fun?
guys.
I don't see a problem with it.
Fine. You are hell bent on this, and I will give no objections whatsoever.
I don't want you to be unhappy with it, because
I-
this is what we are going to go by
Wow.
whenever we're a group.
Whenever
A
we
bit on the nose for me, but it's fine.
I've got no issues with it. I think it's great.
Strong guys.
Strong guys. That's what we're going to be.
This. Yeah.
I feel much better.
This is gonna be
That's it. That's the only conversation I wanted to have.
There. Now, suddenly all of your anxiety is gone.
It's gone.
Weird.
You will never have another awkward conversation again.
So
Don't lie to the people.
I can drive a car. I held a baby. And we have a name.
It's been an accomplished trip.
That's a cool thing.
So the boys at some point start asking you guys what you fought.
Oh.
They're just kind of excited to
I
hear.
regale them with tales of everything that we've.
They had never
back.
heard of an Oblex, and they are terrified.
As they should be.
It
Yeah.
dropped one of your friends.
Yep.
They're like,
Nothing. Just read the chat when you get a chance. Anyway.
I can't.
strong maybes.
Strong maybes. From C.D. Michaels 13. What would you guys? Anyway.
Nobody who wants to be identified on this show.
I like that. So, okay.
Yeah. So they fought a couple of things here and there. They fought nothing really of note to you guys, but you listen politely when they try and trade stories, even though they're clearly pretty young, and they say that they're going to be adventurers when they grow up a little too.
Aww.
And Mac hears them. He doesn't seem to be worried about it. Like, he's like, y'all kids, they leave sometimes. And
I look down. Might I make a recommendation? The Warhammer is a very good weapon. Here, try this.
they're not very strong. Let me see. That's a 5. He kind of like
Now just take both of your hands and swing it over and mash the ground.
He's going to make an attack roll on the ground. A natural 19.
Hey,
He recovers pretty fast. This is Dash is a little like more outgoing, and yeah, he just kind of like he takes a couple like practice swings, and then he said I can hit the ground.
Go for it.
Okay, so he hits it, and with a natural 19, like he hits it pretty hard.
I applaud him. And just did everyone see that?
yes.
Awesome.
Matt goes, that was very impressive, very good. And then after that doll wants to try, let's see. He got a natural 20. Oh! We're all into wasting natural 20s today. So,
I mean, I'd rather you waste the natural
Yeah.
20s.
And now, once you get one of your own, do that 200 times a day. And I kind of take the hammer back.
so like with the benefit of his brother's experience and watching pretty carefully, he hits like a little bit harder.
A hammer's nice, but a bow staff's a lot faster to use.
And then he got a natural 20. He
As-
kills a snake with it at some point.
As he says that, I
Very
go,
excited.
and I put my hammer back.
Can someone
I'm gonna
face me?
spin my staff around and smack it on the ground and say, "It is cool, though."
Can someone point me in the direction of Albroth, please?
I'm over here.
Max he's making noise. He always makes noise.
Just want to make sure that I hit the correct thing.
Sure.
I don't want to accidentally hit somebody else.
Mind breaking it in twain? I require a toothpick.
I have a quarterstaff too.
Why do you all have staffs?
I kind of need it to move.
But you also you use the those.
You guys
It's good
do
for hiking.
all have staffs,
They
and
don't-
none of you use them incredibly often in
Yeah.
combat.
I use it as a hiking stick.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
And I gotta just.
Use it.
You use
You
yours
do.
more than anybody else does in combat.
You use yours as an actual weapon.
And Brown
Well,
has
he
just got a
does
white
it.
tip on theirs. Like,
There's a bit of the between the ribs with the. You know,
True.
You can say that I use a knife.
I say it how I choose to say it.
I take the knife out and do like a just put it back. Do one of your like knife things.
Yeah, one of my knife things.
Yeah, well, you just like spin the knife and then you just put it
Might
back.
that be called a trick?
Yeah,
Knife trick.
that word, a trick.
Max, like, do you ever fight with each other, like, for
All the
fun?
time. Oh, for fun? Sparring? I would not be objectionable to that. We should spar sometime.
Have you ever been
Well-
to, the pits in Blackrest? Yes, you definitely have.
Yeah, well, I'm not entirely too proud of those. So it's a necessity to sometimes, engage in live combat, but it's barbaric. But
Sure, it is also very fun,
oh yeah, Dragon Ball.
very exciting, and as I said, my wife is better fighter, but I like to fight too.
Yeah, we're known to go upside each other's horns every now and then.
What kind of fighter is your wife?
She's a fighter, like, so he's like, she is a kind of martial, I guess, like you kind of, but actually he doesn't know that. But he's like, she is martial, she in the pits, she fights no weapons, just
Okay, yeah.
like, and the pits have like weapons, no weapons, and magic.
We should go to that sometime.
I mean, it's, barbaric and
Roll a
stupid.
deception check.
Not something that one should be proud of. That's actually a natural 16, but it's -1, so it's 15.
I rolled a natural 19 to see through your bullshit.
I'm gonna go ahead.
She even said, no, but after that she's like,
I don't know anything.
I really want to do it. I really want to.
Matt's kind of confused by all of you. He's like, it's barbaric. Here's fights like it's part of life. That went very Russian all of a sudden. He's like, it's a part of our life. It is. You are sellswords, yes?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You have a group name now? Is this...
We do.
Oh,
And
yeah.
You are not mercenaries?
It's complicated a little bit, but
Convoluted.
I think she's just trying to not admit that she really wants to just fight,
There's nothing
just
wrong
for
with
fighting's sake.
I think where she grew up, they would not think that it was
Something to be
dignified.
celebrated.
Mac looks kind of almost sad, and he's like, I know a lot about Set. We just fought a whole war of, you know.
Yeah.
They,
I
don't know anything about Vayer.
I do not either, but before Rex Terra became official, just, they always called us barbarians. And like you kind of notice that like they seem to have it's like an opposite reaction from Alabroth's a little bit, because Alabroth calls it barbaric as if he's trying to separate from it a little, and Mac is kind of like not defensive of it, but like kind of abrasive about mentioning it, like, and kind of contextualizes Alabroth a little bit. But he's like, my boys they will fight if they want to. I am very proud of their mother.
It sounds like it would be really fun to watch.
He's like, I find watching is a little uncomfortable for me. More uncomfortable than participating. Especially, he's like, it was hard at first to watch my wife fight because I was very scared, but now I'm just proud.
I've never really needed to fight hand to hand with anyone, so I don't know if I would be able to do that. Although they do have weapons, you said?
They have, yes, they have weapons, actually, they have, no weapons.
Magic.
And in magic you can use weapons if you want. That's kind of the all-out one. He's like, usually the no weapons goes first, and then with weapons, and then with magic, because after you see magic, no weapons doesn't look as exciting anymore.
Makes sense.
But and the boys are like, we're not old enough.
And are they pouting?
A little bit, like,
What? Not old enough.
their dad kind of looks at them and he says, you are probably now. We left 2 years ago. They were 10.
Have we started walking along? We started walking along already. Okay, never mind. So,
Why?
sparring session now, right now.
You
Octavia!
You can do it at the end of day 2 if you want. Like, do you want to do it, or do you want to just?
I want to say that we sparred.
Okay.
with the kids? I'm talking about like teach the kids a little bit.
Okay.
Well, Al does not appreciate violence. He's gone through everything already, so he, you know.
Yeah, I'll show them some stuff about non-weapon fighting. Yeah.
You probably can teach them a little bit. They are way more proficient than you thought they would be. And it's clear that, like, their dad hasn't pit them against each other, but, like, cats fight. Yeah. And so, like, if they were going to fight, he was going to teach them.
Yeah.
And their mom even more.
Once I see that they are pretty good at hitting, I'm going to show them, like, spots.
And I'd prefer more just to be like the punching bag, just kind of like blocking their hits and just kind of let them kind of cut loose, because they're probably not gonna like hurt me, but
They're probably not, especially since they're not trying, but they'll gladly, like, kind of use your shield. They cover it with some of the fabric that's in the cart.
No. I'll drop the shield and just, like, hand to hand. Just letting them kind of go.
Okay. Nobody seriously hurts each other, but
Yeah.
they sleep like rocks. And you guys notice that Benji gets up at some point and he's just like tiny, like is trying, just imitating like babies dancing. It's very adorable.
I kind of just, that's the spirit. There we go. That's when we have to start.
That's so cute.
Dragonborn are expected to start fighting nowish when born.
He's pretty familiar with it. So nothing happens the second day. You guys spar some. On the third day, you are coming up on the border, and let me see. Mac is getting progressively more excited as you guys get closer. It is going to be like, it's another 2 days in from the border, and he had said he's paying you 10 gold per day to the border, and then he felt safe. He tells you on the third day, he gives you all your gold on the third day, so each of you make 30 gold. And he says that you're welcome to continue traveling with them if you'd like to. He's out of like extra money for the trip, but you don't have to.
Sounds good. Are we at the border? We're at the border at this point?
You make it like close to it by the end of the third day. You're gonna get up and there is a little bit of a thing to cross.
Okay.
So you kind of camp outside of it so you can deal with it in the morning.
Yeah. Can I borrow your dagger? I'm going to put it on the ground and I'm going to activate my bootstraps because I heard magic was weird and I want to see if they function properly.
Are you asking for my normal?
Oh yeah,
dagger,
no,
or-
sorry, your magical one. Yes, yeah, activate.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
so the bootstraps
Oh no!
I'm
like-
testing magic.
kind of
With your very rude boots.
I'm gonna
Around
walk
the
away.
Around
Yeah,
the
I'm gonna walk
children.
away from the kids.
they have expertise
Yeah,
in
they
perception.
have backseat ears.
I want to test. I want to see.
Just
Magic is
let her
weird.
rip.
Okay, so they kind of blink open, and of course they're kids, so like you can make the effort to get away from them, but it's not going to happen like
Yeah.
subtly. They're curious and they're running around.
And they are cats, so they are very curious. Even more
And
curious.
your boots are not known for being quiet.
30
But
feet.
let her rip.
So the bootstraps kind of blink their eyes open, kind of like
boy.
look around, and then he goes, "You already know what these do!" And he shuts down. And you don't know if that's weird or not. Like,
Did we all hear that, by the way?
in a stunning moment, reminiscent vaguely of "That's not magic."
Yeah.
Just. Yeah, you probably all hear it. I don't know that you. I don't
kinda
know
just
how
look back and forth to our
dedicated
two
you were.
like,
Not that dedicated because I
there go
know.
the
Because you
bootstraps
can
again.
get
Yeah.
away.
No.
I have a healing potion. It
I
has
don't
a
want to waste anything. Can you just like stab me real quick?
What? No!
It's okay. I can heal myself.
No,
Just
you are not.
stab me.
What?
Just
why?
real quick.
Do not stab her.
She asked.
No, Brana, do not. This is.
Make an
Do-
attack roll with advantage.
Albrock just kind of grabs at his holy symbol and just kind of stands by.
Okay, so the white dice are my new favorite dice. I haven't rolled bad with them yet.
You rolled an 18 on the die.
I rolled an 18
Nice.
on the die, so
Well, rules is written if you are. Do you stab as hard as you can?
no.
Okay, rules is written. You
Are we
have
doing
to
this?
do -5 to ensure that it's not a fatal hit.
Are we doing this before we rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that would actually be technically a
That's-
13, but it comes back to being an 18 with my bonus.
So it hits, right?
Yeah.
But it's,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, so you're very sure that you're not gonna, like, seriously injure her. But yeah, you do hit.
Outrageous.
so she takes
Stab.
10 points total of damage.
Yes.
You also get sneak attack if
This
you
is
want it.
actually-
No, God, no.
At advantage.
No,
Is
no,
this
no,
actually
no.
happening?
Okay,
5 of it is
Okay.
fire, 5 of it's normal.
okay.
And now Brana has
Fire dagger.
We're
Has-
testing the magic.
It's,
he has pierced Octavia with the. And how do you feel, Octavia?
Does it? It just does normal. It does what it's supposed to do.
it seems to. You've never been stabbed with the daggers before, so like.
Now that we've cleared that up,
These-
Brana, how do you feel about stabbing one of our compatriots?
I'm gonna use an
She
action.
asked me to do it.
This is
Use wholeness of body, heal myself.
Doesn't mean you should have.
Mac is like, this is not how you spar.
Do I,
He
Are we,
saw
are we
Octavia,
all
like,
using you as some sort of target tonight? Ronnie, would you mind taking a shot
I
at
wanted
it?
to test the magic. The magic seems to be fine.
you know, in hindsight, we probably could have like stabbed something inanimate to see if the fire still worked.
I assumed that the magic we were testing was going to be you healing yourself.
So did I. That's why I was surprised they used the fire dagger.
Do you need to know how guiding bolts works as well? Shall I zap you once?
This is really stupid.
Mac looks so confused because, like, he's seen that Alabroth, he's seen that all of you know how to spar, and he wasn't really paying attention to the conversation. So all he saw is, like, Octavia being like, and Brana, like, stabbing her. It's just like, this is...
I say, okay, we're harming Octavia tonight. Here's some free foods.
He looks at you and he goes, "This is a fighting pit, so not for everyone."
Is there any other? Is there any other attack that you need to know how it works?
We're about to go to sleep.
You're literally about to go to sleep. You are within, you're within view of a lot of soldiers.
Do you realize that we've just like? Do you realize that we've truly cemented ourselves as like the dumbass duo? Like,
I don't know, you're gonna have to compete. Like you both have, all of you have some stunning moments.
I'm gonna stand watch for Octavia tonight.
Please heal yourself, Octavia. Did it work?
Everything seems fine.
I'm gonna
I
use
still hear the
thaumaturgy to
voices
blow
in my
wind
head?
at Octavia.
You're, it's been uncharacteristically, like, a little bit quiet, but having felt the sudden absence
She's done.
of the voices
She's done
in the
for
house,
the
it's
game.
not that quiet. So, like, it's still there. Just not paying attention.
Are you?
I'm so sorry.
I do genuinely want to use thaumaturgy to blow wind in your face and see if I can blow you over.
since we're just going full stupid.
I mean, if she wants to be a punching bag.
Turned into the Three Stooges.
The Three Stooges and Alabroth.
I mean, I agreed with strong
auditioning
guys.
for a fourth Stooge
Yeah.
role.
I was gonna say he's the straight man, but then I remember the whole incident with the performers at the very beginning.
Performers, the
Alabroth is very much
mustache,
not the straight man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's not a straight man in the party.
No.
Max, the
So-
closest you've got.
So yeah, we're gonna take first watch. By the way, I'm just gonna
Okay.
let you know. I'm volunteering Octavia for the third watch, or for the first watch.
So yeah, camping outside the border is not entirely unusual.
Okay,
Like,
then I
it's
have to take the last watch.
it's pretty common to for people to camp that night because there are soldiers at the border.
Do we see other people camping around?
You see a couple like
Like fires in the distance?
yeah, it's they're clearly not with each other. They're set up at like an awkward, like 60 feet apart from each other, kind of, where it's just like,
Where you can kind of hear them talking, but like...
yeah, it's like a weird, like, campgrounds vibe.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's like when you're like 10 feet away from people at the beach. It's just like really, it's an awkward distance.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be watching them especially. So we're on first watch. Just gonna.
For the first like half an hour, Octavia's just going.
And I'm sitting there like this, looking at her like.
Like her whole world's falling apart.
There's some judging, and it's just like. Octavia, why did you request that Brana shank you?
I wanted to test. We heard magic was weird at the border.
So just to clarify, we have seen Brana use his fire dagger on various things. Quite effective.
Yes.
Burns, does the stabbing thing, blood and fire, and
Hurts quite a lot.
And you wanted this done to yourself.
I wanted
To
test whether or not magic was indeed strange around here, like we had heard. What I didn't consider is everyone else in the party. That he could have stabbed anything.
anything, literally anything else, anything inanimate, some type of game or something. But
We have a rabbit over there.
your own physical person.
My person.
Just since we've already crossed that bridge, how did getting stabbed feel?
It was awful.
I
hated it.
And you did not think that it would be awful at all?
I knew that it would be uncomfortable. I did not consider that the fire would hurt quite a lot inside of you.
Is there any other thing that you would like to test out? Should I grab you and inflict wounds, or zap you with guiding bolt from over yonder?
I'm curious, but at this point...
I am not zapping you with any one of those things.
Also, there's technically no way to check your magic attacks. Like, you can do the non-fatal thing with melee weapons, but it does not apply to magic. You cannot control if you kill something with magic.
Did I get identify me?
Rules as written, actually. As is the -5 to the attack.
You even requested that your belligerent boots identify what that dagger did, and you were well aware it does the stuff.
I wanted to test the... here's what I feel like you're not getting.
Oh, please, do.
It was a test.
Mm-hmm.
How do you test magic without testing magic? You have to test it somehow. You have to use magic in order to test if it's still viable.
In the future.
And that I will defend.
Not very good. But in the future, perhaps something that is not sentient?
Harmful. Yeah.
Or injurious, perhaps.
Or move up and then
Why don't we
slowly
test
move
right?
up to an actual human test trial.
I understand what I did wrong. I would like to stop talking about it now.
I'm not entirely convinced you are, but okay.
I go and sit at the other end of the cart.
Okay, so have we considered that we're left for the watches with a cat who can see perfectly fine in the dark, a person who can't see in the dark, and a person pretending to be blind?
Well, if it's just the two of us, no one will know, and I have dark vision.
Fine.
You feel like watches can be a little more lax, like with the soldiers nearby and the other campfires, like they also kind of go out of their way to like mind their own business. You know what I mean? Like they don't come near you guys or anything.
They do listen avidly to your argument because the sound travels like crazy.
Both of your voices.
It's
carry
probably
like
also
crazy.
hysterical.
You look around, you don't see anybody else stabbing each other, so I don't know what that's about.
Might be the stupidest thing I've ever done in D&D. Which is saying something, because in a different campaign I tried to worship the guy that was attacking us.
That is true.
And I let the rest go by and just, I would have healed you. Oh, I beg to differ, but
Do we look like we have more than one brain cell between the two of us?
No.
At that point, he was holding it and like.
in my defense, I am not asking anyone to stab me, so, you know, I'm good. Nor am I willing to stab. Nor am I willing to stab.
I like stabbing. Stabbing is fun.
Right.
So, how's the rest of our
We're
watch
sleeping.
go?
I know. I'm
You
still
can't-
judging you.
The rest of
Mia
the
judging
watch
me.
goes by without incident, but it is a convenient place to pick up next time. You guys are going to start with the border crossing.
Oh.
So you guys, if you used anything, can long rest.
I did.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's like D&D Beyond went like down for a second.
What?
Oh, nope, that's just me.
Okay. Well, that's it for this week. Thank you for joining us. Join us again next time in 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
As far as we know. Yeah.
So,
Huh?
yeah.
I didn't know if you had a shoot.
It's not on Saturday, I don't think.
Okay. And we'll keep you updated. Check out our website, supercoolnerdshow.com. Follow us on all of the platforms, SCNS Live, and as we like to say around here, keep on nerding.
Don't stab your friends.
Or yourself.
So stupid. Absolutely the worst.
Oh, I got an instant.